Hello friends, in this video I'm going to tell you about a really simple way that I managed to get started with daily journaling, how I managed to make this a habit that not only sticks, but genuinely provides all of the amazing positive benefits that journaling has to offer. If you've ever read any self-development books, then I'm sure you'll be aware that journaling supposedly reduces stress, boosts mental well-being, helps process emotions, amongst a host of other positive benefits. Yet despite this, I've always just felt a bit weird about sitting down and spilling my personal thoughts out onto a piece of paper. The times I have done this, the habit just hasn't stuck. Maybe I just hadn't done it for long enough, or perhaps I didn't really know what I was supposed to be writing about, but for whatever reason, journaling is just one of those habits that I didn't really feel like I was getting benefit from, and so therefore I didn't stick at it long term. And I have tried many times. I have loads of folders with random journal entries mixed in with scattered thoughts and to-do lists, shopping lists, and work notes that I've taken over the years. The way that I eventually managed to gain huge benefit from journaling was by using a model called Amwap, which stands for as many wins as possible. At the end of every day, the idea is that you write down as many positive things or wins that you can think of that have happened that day. To get the most benefit from this, you should write down the wins that reinforce the positive habits or identity that you wish to build. So for instance, this year I've not had one drop of Diet Coke. It's my personal kryptonite. At the end of every day, one of my personal wins that I write down is that I didn't touch any of the black stuff and I had water instead. Inevitably, I probably had a ton of coffee as well, but we ignore that for now. Likewise, this year I've overhauled my diet, so every time I make a healthier food choice, I write this down at the end of each day as one of my wins. It took me about 3 months to properly feel like I was getting benefit from doing this, but it is worth persevering with. And every day you do this, you are reinforcing the identity of the person that you wish to become. Amwap isn't just about forming new habits. When I first started doing this, I was simply writing down the positive things that happened to me each day, such as friendly encounter with a neighbor, spending a bit of time outside on a sunny day, or completing a work project. When you start focusing on the small wins, you are reaffirming that the world is a good place to be in. No matter how terrible your day has been, there will always be some sort of small win. The fact you've got through a terrible day in itself is a win. So sometimes you might have to look really carefully to find the wins, but they will be there. The best time of day to do this journaling exercise is at the end of the day, right before you go to bed, so that you are left with positive thoughts going through your mind as you go to sleep. Ideally, you should write down all of your wins rather than type them onto a computer or onto your phone. I now use a remarkable 2 tablet, which allows me to write by hand but keeps all of my journal entries organized. One of the best books that I read this year has been Tiny Habits by Fogg, and I used one of the crucial things I learned from this book to make journaling something that I do every day. The key thing is to start this journaling habit in a tiny way and then nurture its growth. So I started journaling by leaving some post-it notes by my bed. After brushing my teeth, I committed to writing down just one positive thing that had happened to me that day. It took me literally 10 seconds to do. Some days I'd write down more than one win, but on the days when I was just really tired or didn't feel like doing it, I'd still commit to writing down at least one win. I made a correlation between holding my toothbrush in my right hand to then holding a pen in the same hand immediately after brushing my teeth. The visual cue of the post-it notes by my bed was just an additional prompt to remind me to do this journaling habit before going to sleep. Over time, this habit has evolved and grown bigger, but in the first instance, the key thing was to do it every day, no matter how small. I learnt about Amwap through doing a mindset coaching course with Simon Jeffries, who's the founder of an organization called The Natural Edge. The coaching course has been invaluable for me in terms of forming positive habits and overcoming negative thinking. And Simon has an amazing YouTube channel, which you should definitely check out. I'll leave links below. If you're new to the channel, my name is Rich, and I make videos about forming positive habits and leading a happy and healthy life. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, then please don't forget to subscribe. And if you found this video useful, then I think you will like this one too. Go check it out.